Hello, this is Robbie Savage from The Football, and this is the Gristle Digest World Cup of Europe pull-out special. So sit back while the Gristle boys give you their rundown of the tournament. Now I can't stop, I'm off to help Gary Lineker's do match of the day in his pants. Come on the Wales!
World Cup of Europe pull-out special. Yes, it's back after a barren spell of literally days without top-class football. The World Cup of Europe. Yeah, it was hell, wasn't it? I think it was like 14 days or something. There wasn't.
It was
overpaid footballers running around, but
it was horrible.
That barren spell has come to an end, and now it's the World Cup of Europe, also known as the European Championships, and they've kicked off in France this weekend. Here at the Gristle Digest, we'll be closely following the progress of England and the other home nations as they seek to smash more Europeans and a bunch of Marines in 45. The Gristle Digest World Cup of Europe pull-out section is your indispensable guide to the tournament, and I thought we'd kick off, Paul, with the audio Wallchart, the first ever audio Wallchart.
Download this, put it on your
walls. It, and you'll probably, you'll need a Wallchart to sort of base it on. So what I've based it on this week, Paul, is the Wallchart I imagine most people are using, which is the CBBC match of the day kickabout Wallchart.
It's the one I'm using.
So you can get that from the Children's BBC website. Feel free to do that. It's pretty easy to use. And so this year, it's 24 teams, as you all know, and
the jump up from 16
to 24. And instead of so normally it's the top two teams in each group. So it's this team it's 6 groups of 4, and it is the top 2 in each group. But there's also the 4 best losers. So the 4 best
it's the 4
teams.
Best third position teams.
Exactly, are also qualifying. But I seem to feel that's been done before. But I can't seem to recall when. But I seem to feel that's been done before, and what you inevitably end up with is this ridiculous situation where loads of teams have 4 points. Where they win a game and they draw a game and they lose a game, and as a result, they have to. Inevitably people probably score similar amounts of goals as well, and have similar goal differences. So they have to sort of come up with just like stupid reasons to kind of distinguish, and I can assure you, I reckon one of my predictions for this ball will be that a country will get stiffed on this rule of the 4 best losers, and it will be on a stupid reason like, oh well, they've got the same goal difference, they've got the same amount of goals, they're in completely different groups, so I don't know, they go through because their shirt's got more blue on it, and
their
it's
hair
so.
an average is slightly longer, so
just something, it'll be something ridiculous. But if we move to the groups, Paul, so we've got 6 groups: A, B, C, D, E, and F. Group A,
we do.
Here we have France, Albania, Romania, and Switzerland.
The big Swiss.
Group B, the big group for us, it's Wales, Slovakia, England, and Russia. Group C, Poland, Germany, Northern Ireland, and Ukraine. Group D is Turkey, Croatia, Spain, and the Czech Republic. And Group E, Republic of Ireland, Sweden, Belgium, and Italy. Group F, Austria, Hungary, Portugal, and Iceland, who I think are not regular participants. So those are the big.
Group F's a little bit of a snoozy group.
It's a bit of a snoozy group.
There's usually one boring group, and I think F.
I
think
it is that one. As ever, Paul, with a Wallchart, when you go to start doing it, there's already a few games that have normally happened.
There have indeed.
And this time is no different, Paul. So with your Wallchart, people listening at home, you need to fill in a few boxes already. So we've had a few games. On Friday there was France against Romania. France beat Romania 2-1. And then on Saturday, Switzerland beat Albania. England drew with Russia, as we know. Wales beat Slovakia 2-1. So Switzerland 1-0, England 1-1.
Yeah.
Wales 2-1. Croatia today beat Turkey 1-0, and Poland beat Northern Ireland 1-0. It's quite unfortunate for them.
They did indeed. Yeah.
And at the moment, Germany are playing Ukraine, I believe, and I think they're 1-0 up.
Yeah, last I saw it was 1-0.
So don't fill that one out just yet. But yeah, fill in those other boxes. But if we move to the sort of groups themselves, Paul, should we sort of start with the, just to focus on the home nations? And if we start with the group that's probably the most relevance to the most amount of people in the home nations.
Big B.
It's Big B. It's Wales, England,
it is.
Slovakia and Russia. And already we've had a couple of games. So England drew with 1-1 with Russia and Wales beat the Slovaks 2-1.
A couple of games in. A great game. Let's start with Wales with a victory. Awesome for Wales. Brilliant to see. Nothing but love there. And they played really well, didn't they?
They did.
I thought, other than like a 10-minute spell, where Slovakia kind of looked like they might get kind of back into it, Wales dominated. Really positive football.
Yeah, and Bale's hair
cracking stuff.
is longer than it's ever been. It's so lustrous and thick.
Has he got extensions?
Oh, it's fabulous. I don't know what he's done.
I swear I saw him in La Liga not all that long ago.
He looks like Kate Blanchett. He looks fabulous.
Yeah, it's a glorious name.
It's wonderful.
He should be...
And he scored a goal, so he got to kind of run. So, with it kind of flailing in the background, which is good. Great goal though. Great free kick.
Yeah, definitely.
And you sort of, and for me, he is the key. I mean, obviously it doesn't take a genius to work out that Bale is the key for Wales, but in the sense that when you have an £80 million player, he is the best player in that group, basically.
Yeah.
So if you have the best player in that group playing for you, frankly, he can win that group on his own, and he could beat England on his own, to be honest.
Yeah. All he needs is a couple of moments and job done.
Exactly. So if we turn our attention, I suppose, to the other game. So Wales beat Slovakia 2-1. Well played to Wales. They did do really well. They fought back, and is it Robson Canoe? Got the winning goal. It was
Robson Canoe,
kind of,
came up with a sneaky
out
winner.
of oblivion, sort of, where was he? He was in the wilderness, and now here he is scoring a winning goal like that. Brilliant stuff. England-Russia, what a heartbreaking match that was.
It was. It really was. I know I'm only going to take positives because there's no point being too negative. England played brilliant. It was, after watching particularly the free friendlies and the build-up, were all awful.
It was terrible.
Particularly that Portugal game, which I think we touched on a couple of weeks back. It was brilliant. It's the best we've played since the friendly against Germany a few months back, which we were excellent in. So that was great to see. Controlled the game, should have scored more goals, and that's my fear with England. Is I'm not sure we've got the teeth for it.
I mean, I sort of my fear is the back. I mean, it's the defence we're just a bit leaky, and you don't.
Well, they switch off, and I think they were fairly organised, up and to a point last night, and it is, they didn't see it through. We didn't get a job done.
It was very disappointing. But I mean, I'm still quietly optimistic about their chances.
Oh yeah, I think I'm going to take the positives, and I think that's the right thing to do with that, because
otherwise it's just too depressing. Because there was a sort of air of inevitability, was there not, about the fact that was going to happen when you saw so many chances go begging in the first half. I'm not sure. I mean, Jamie Vardy must have been the bloody eyebrows.
I don't want to jump all over Roy too early. It's game one. I don't think he's a great manager anyway.
But I think that
why bring that many strikers and then not use them? Yeah. And I think particularly with Russia as well. I mean, the two guys at the back, an average age of about 7, and combined age of 72 or something, don't they?
I think they're pretty.
Like, they're a couple of older guys.
Boys.
It's a long game. Get Vardy on. The guy's got nothing but pace. Yeah. Terrorise them.
But also, I think with Russia, I think people perhaps overestimated them a little bit, in the sense that most people are, Russia, they're a pretty good side, and you're like, oh yeah, no, that's right. You sort of think, what players have they got? And you think, oh right, they've got them. They've got Andrei Kanchelskis, and you're like, no, he's 84 and he's Ukrainian, so not him. But and I think that's the case. They just you saw the team line up, and you're like, oh right, there's no real. They are lacking some big names that you perhaps used to see in the past. But I think England, very unlucky, but perhaps should have done better in hindsight. Yeah, I think should have been a win.
But
if we look at the sort of remaining games in Group B, I mean, England have got the big game is Wales.
Yes, Wales is
on
huge.
Thursday.
Absolutely huge.
Russia play Slovakia on Wednesday. That's a big game for many reasons, and but mostly because if Russian fans don't behave a bit more, then they could be thrown out of the tournament.
That would be lovely.
Which would be crazy. But well deserved punishment, I suppose, because they not only did they engage in some violence with English fans, they also setting off fireworks inside stadiums is not really on these days, and
then had a flare gun. Like they shot a flare gun
and unfurled some racist banners and generally made racist chants at black players and stuff like that. So that that's completely not on. And if you suspect that the racist chanting against black players may not be quite so prominent against Slovakia, but I'm sure they'll find other ways of being equally offensive. But but if they do, then they're in trouble. But if let's say that they manage to buck their ideas up and stay in, I mean, who do you if we're just looking at 1 and 2 really, I mean, I would, on the strength of the performances so far, I'd say England and Wales really.
Yeah, I think England and Wales. I think I think England will top the group. I think we'll beat Wales, and I think we'll beat Slovakia. I think we'll top the group with 7 points. I think Wales will beat Russia and they'll end up on 6 points, and I think it'll be us through. That's
Moss's predictions.
That's the predictions right there. That's if you want to make a
England on 7.
That's more or less guaranteed.
Wales on 6. That's Moss's predictions for Group B.
England
so that
will
would
win the next
that would take. So that would be Group B winners, and they would have to play in the next round.
Yeah. It's really hard to work out.
Yeah, because you basically the winner of Group B plays one of the best third place players from Groups A, which is France, Albania. A, C, and D. So it's France, Albania, Romania, Switzerland. C, Northern Ireland potentially, Poland, Germany, or Ukraine, and Turkey, Spain, Croatia, or the Czech Republic. So I suppose there's a tiny outside chance, I suppose, that you could get Northern Ireland. Would be interesting, but if you were the runner-up of Group B, I think you just play the winner of Group F, in fact, which would be the boring group. So you could potentially get Portugal. Yeah. So you get Ronaldo. So that'd be nice.
Oh, there you are. Little treat for you.
So that's in some respects. I mean, that's the incentive for beating Wales, is to avoid getting another £80 million player in Ronaldo. Because that's what would happen if you finished below them.
And Wales Portugal has a nice ring, because that is a battle of the one-player teams.
Yeah, these one player sides.
It's Bale versus Ronaldo.
Yeah,
the other 20 lads just sit down.
Yeah. So and obviously after that it's pure speculation, I suppose, beyond the quarterfinal, but. Into the quarterfinals. But if we have a look at the other groups that have home nations in them, so if we take a look at Group C, that's got Northern Ireland, who lost today to Poland. Yeah,
they did.
1-0 after sort of defending quite stoutly for a number of minutes. Germany are playing Ukraine at the moment. They look pretty good, as you would expect.
Yeah, I watched a bit of the first half, and they looked. Yeah, very good. Not scoring many. I think I checked. I think it was still 1-0. In fact, I can confirm. Gristle Digest exclusive.
Live update.
Everyone will know it.
Live
just called full time and 2-0.
2-0 to Germany.
90th minute goal from Manchester United superstar Bastian
Schweinsteiger. Had Goal gestochen.
With all the rest he's got this year at Old Trafford.
Exactly. It's fresh as
completely refreshed for Germany.
Fresh as a daisy. Good lad. doing it for the boys. What do you? I mean, Northern Ireland. Obviously, their greatest moment in international football, I think, was Norman Whiteside's goal, wasn't it? However long ago it was. But I think it remains the only
group
goal
as well.
They've got a very tough group.
What a tough group! I don't fancy their chances. To be honest.
What are your predictions for this one?
Well, if I'm looking at the group, I think Germany will certainly top the group. I think they're the best team by miles. They're a reigning World Cup champions of the world.
There you go, World Cup champions of the world, not just World Cup champions of Europe. You're right.
It seems fit. They should go for the World Cup of Europe as well.
What do you
think that makes sense for them?
You think they're going to get a clean sweep, 9 points?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, I just they're really good, and I don't.
Who's your number?
Poland. Yeah,
who's your number 2?
That's it. I think probably Ukraine, although Poland played pretty well today. So, but I'm gonna stick with Ukraine. I think they've got
Poland,
experience.
Ukraine have got some good players. Poland have got Lewandowski, of course.
They do.
The 5-goal special YouTube phenomenon.
Can be an absolute game changer.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you must have seen that. I think who does he play for? Is it Dortmund? No, it's
no, he's a Bayern Munich,
Munich,
isn't he?
perhaps. I don't think it's even that, but it's a German club, and he scored 5 goals in like as many minutes.
Yeah, it was insane.
It's
totally crazy.
It was going crazy over YouTube, but. So Paul's going for Germany to qualify
Ukraine,
top and Ukraine. If we then turn to the group that has Ireland, our Irish friends and brothers,
this is Group E.
Group E with Sweden, Belgium.
It's another tough one.
In Italy, exactly. The Irish always seem to get Italy, don't they? In sort of international tournaments, they get them in the World Cup. A lot.
Yeah, you've got that Italy to Italy, always good. Sweden, you've got the Zlatan factor.
Yeah.
Again, if we're talking about
Big
a guy
Zlat.
even at 92 years old, whoever he is now, can still.
Is Roy Keane going to punch him? That would be a nice, sort of juicy prospect to look forward to.
That'd be amazing. And then you've got that just freakish Belgian team of
absolute
superstars.
Quality players. I mean,
like they're
Vertonghen, being a Spurs fan, he's certainly one of them. They've got Eden Hazard as well.
Yeah.
Some real quality there. And obviously, Italy. Well, it goes without saying, really, that they've got some fabulous players.
Yes. So I don't fancy the Republic of Ireland's chances, if I'm honest.
Who are you going for out of Group E?
I think Belgium are going to win the group and Italy through second.
Belgium and Italy from Group E. Well, if we just got to wheel back actually to Group C and see if I suppose Northern Ireland, it's perhaps unlikely that they're going to finish it at first or second. But if they went through as a third place, we sort of said that they could potentially win they would meet the winner of Group B, which could be England or Wales. If we look at Group E, so Republic of Ireland, again, you're right, they're probably going to struggle to get through.
Yeah.
As
I don't see them even finishing
2.
third, to be fair.
I mean,
I just think
it's perhaps unlikely. Their best would be third, possibly, in which case they'd play probably Germany in the next round. So it's going to be. They've not had the luck of the Irish this time, it would seem. But so that's the home nations. I mean, if we have a quick trot through the other groups as well. I mean, what are your predictions for Group A? So that's France, Romania, Albania, and Switzerland.
So with A, I think you've got to go with the hosts winning the group. I think they're legit. Playing pretty good. Payout wonder goal as well was nice to see. And then again, this is quite a tricky one to call, but I think Switzerland will go through. I think they've got some quality young players.
Interesting.
I think they play some good football. I think they had a good World Cup as well.
Yeah.
So I think there's a chance to bring that into this tournament. Bit of a blooded squad, as it were.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going France to win it. Swiss second.
Goes France et Suisse for Group A, and if we move on to Group D, which is Turkey, Croatia, Spain, and Czech Republic. What are your predictions there?
Well, so Group D, I think Spain still nursing that black eye from the World Cup. Want to put things right, and then set the tournament up with a shock loss to Georgia as well, just before the tournament started in their last friendly.
That's true. They're wobbly.
They are wobbly, but I think quality will probably shine through there. So I'm going to go Spain and the Czech Republic to go through.
Spain is in that order.
Yeah, I think Spain
number 1, Czech Republic number 2.
Get it together. Although they've done a bit of a like Chelsea of the international stage, haven't they? Just went from absolute dreamboat to absolute steamboat.
Yeah,
so
it's true. Dreamboat to steamboat. Lovely. What a wonderful image that is.
All right.
That leaves us with Group F.
Oh, F. Yeah, the snoozy group.
Austria, Portugal, Hungary, and Iceland. Battle of the minnows.
It is. It's so hard to call. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't tell you anything about Hungarian football, to be honest. But I think Portugal will win it with the class of Ronaldo and their fellow senior citizens. Such an old team, aren't they? Such an old squad. And I think Austria will take the second spot, but that's a difficult one to call.
It is. So you've gone, Portugal number 1 and Austria.
Yeah, Austria number 2.
Number 2. So that's monster predictions for Group F. So that's your World Cup Wallchart. I mean, who do you think? Who are you going to go for as your semi-finalists?
Right. So if I
have you got quarterfinal predictions as well?
Yeah. Well, I had a look at doing around the 16. It's just like mathematically impossible to work out who play who. So I've jumped down to my last 8.
Yeah.
And this is who I think the last 8 are going to be. I think we're going to have Germany, obvs, Belgium, potentially the Italians. I think Portugal will squeeze through with a lucky game. I think France, Sweden, and these are my last two picks. I think Hungary, someone random like that. I think someone's going to be like the plucky little team,
right? Hungary
that just manages to scrape through to those quarters.
Right.
And then the last team I'm picking is England.
England FC.
Yeah, to get through to the round we love, the quarterfinals.
We love that quarters.
No quarters without us.
Yeah, there's loads of semis without us. So what about your semis? Give me your semis.
The semis. Well, I reckon going on beyond that, I think we're looking at Germany, Belgium, France, and I'm going to go Hungary.
Oh,
the dream lives on. The dream lives on.
They're there.
No, England will have the welcome return of being crushed in penalties.
In the quarters.
And somehow even a late Sol Campbell goal ruled offside. Despite being perfectly legit.
You can see it happening.
Will somehow creep in.
Yeah,
we won't.
Dele Alli will get sent off.
Yes.
Bound to happen.
Yes.
Jack Wilshere will get sent off even though he'd be on the bench. They'll just send him off for being a prick.
Yeah. Fuck off, Jack. Fuck off.
So that would be a final of whom then, Paul? Who do you predict?
So, the final,
I think
we have a famous rematch of the now infamous France versus Germany. Last played each other in Paris in June 1940. The Germans walked out victorious that night. But I think 2016 is going to go a different way. I think the hosts are going to go all the way. But I think France-Germany final.
France-Germany final. I think for the record, they might have actually played each other.
Yeah, I'm sure they have played in Paris loads of times since then. I'd be really shocked if they haven't.
Since the war.
but never has it mattered so much.
Never has it mattered so much. And wow, what a game it would be.
Incredible.
The heart of the Euro zone. On referendum day. Pretty much. No, it'll be the 10th of July. We're way after the referendum.
Yeah, it's going to be. The thing is, by the time the final comes, Europe's going to be such a different place. So much is going to happen. It's going to be a completely different landscape.
What will be interesting will be, I suppose, the quarterfinals are generally, the second round matches are generally on the 25th and 27th of June, which is a few days after the referendum. And I wonder what it'd be like if we left. Like, what would the attitude towards the European Championship be? Oh, no, we should have played that then. Can't play that now. Oh, no, I want to watch it. So, anyway, well, that's the audio World Cup of Europe Wallchart.
Download it, put it on your walls.
Sponsored by Children's BBC. If we move on to, a few players, Paul. A few players to watch.
Yeah.
Now, we've already mentioned a couple, obviously, Gareth Bale.
Mentioned the biggies, haven't we? We mentioned the biggies.
Ronaldo. Spain, you'd say Cesc Fabregas, probably the big man for them.
I think, he's always one to watch, isn't he? I think De Gea as well in goal will pull out some cracking saves. I think he's always an exciting keeper to watch, if such a thing can exist.
Yeah.
They got a pretty decent team, haven't they? Pretty decent team.
I mean, who's your man to watch for England?
Well, it's not Jack Wilshere. I think Harry Kane. I don't think he had a great game, but I think he's really going to come alive. Who was surprisingly good or incredibly? I think Dele Alli actually was really good. Wayne Rooney in midfield that's the best he's ever played in that position. Actually, he
didn't do badly, did he? I mean,
I was really surprised, and a couple of really good passes as well. Great vision, from the young square-headed lad.
Square head, square pants. I mean, I was really. I'm obviously a Tottenham fan, but I was really pleased with all the Tottenham players. Actually, I thought Dele Alli played really well. I thought Eric Dyer was excellent as well, and I thought
Dyer and the free kick was sublime as well.
He scores goals. He scores goals. He's a holding midfielder / defender who scores goals. He's got pace, brilliant shooting technique. Dele Alli was causing trouble. He's got brilliant pace, and when he shows confidence, he's difficult to stop. And Russia, they just weren't good enough to deal with with those players. But at the back, we look leaky. I mean, we're small as well. I mean, I thought Danny Rose had a good game as well. He was really good going forward. But at the back, I mean, he is just quite small compared to corners and stuff like that, or late in the game, as happens when you get big defenders.
Talking of corners as well, what's your feeling on Kano taking the corners?
Yeah, that was a bit weird. I mean, it's a bit weird, isn't it? you'd think he was better off in the box, really.
Yeah, it's and the other thing as well is I'd understand the case for it if he was taking, like putting these deadly balls in the box, but they're shit corners. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's just a bit of a, I don't know, bit of a blunder there. But if we move away from England, I suppose. Belgium, mate. We mentioned Belgium briefly. I mean, obviously we've got Eden Hazard. They've got Alderweireld, who
they've got so many great players.
And Yang Vertonghen as well. We've mentioned Eden
Kevin
Hazard,
De Bruyne as well. Lukaku, Vincent Kompany.
I mean, this is a serious
Courtois in goal.
Serious.
Even Fellaini had like a pretty strong end to the season. I know everyone likes to give Fellaini shit, but he actually didn't have a terrible end to the season with United, and he's a fairly solid squad player. Jan Vertonghen as well. There's such a team.
Yeah.
I've got just running through now, and everyone's Christian Benteke,
Fellaini, I think, as well.
At Liverpool.
Fellaini.
Yeah.
So
Divock Origi as well at Liverpool. Thomas Vermaelen. Wow,
a real
superstar
squad with some amazing haircuts as well. Some of the best haircuts that you'll see at the Euros, without a shadow of a doubt. Fellaini included in that, and it's they. I mean, if they don't do something at this tournament, then they can't have generations of players like this all the time.
They don't want to be like the golden generation we had kind of 10 years ago.
Turned out they weren't gold. Yeah. It was it was like chocolate, you know what I mean, underneath
just
gold.
a slightly lighter shade of brown.
Yeah.
For the poo poo that
we were.
Awful.
Apparently the next Norman Whiteside for Northern Ireland is a guy called Kyle Lafferty.
Lafferty. That's a great player.
I don't know much about him, but he's pretty good.
He's got to score.
I think he's got the Northern Irish goal record, which is about 30.
That's great.
So,
great to hear.
Yeah, it's really good on him. So that's some of the players at the tournament. So there's quite a few there to watch. We have a quick look at the venues.
Yeah.
Across the country. So there are obviously a couple in Paris. You've got the Parc des Princes and Stade de France, and then you've got across the country a number of others. I've got a couple of stupid facts about some of them.
Go for it. Love a fact.
There's the Stade de Bordeaux, and the silly fact about that is that the stadium actually vibrates when people make noise, but apparently that's perfectly normal. Because build quality in France is shit.
Yeah, that just sounds like a dodgy French builder. So, he's supposed to do that.
He cracks all the time. It's like a performance art or something.
It's leaning right over. No, he's supposed to. It moves.
Yeah, he's fine.
It moves. Soon it crashed to the floor. It looked great.
He's fine.
Yes.
Next, we've also got Lyon, which is, I'm not sure actually where that is. It's in the north of France. Actually, it's almost near the sort of, border with Belgium. And Lyon is quite it's a 38,000 seat stadium, but the city is known mostly for its slag heaps. And I think that's to do with coal or something. But
that's the sort of thing you need to calm down pesky England fans.
Yeah, just a big slag heap.
Just a big heap of slags.
Yeah.
Keep them busy.
Or just tell them that there's a slag heap there, and don't tell them that it's probably, detritus from coal production or coal mining. But, just let them know. The next stadium is actually quite close to Lyon. It's Lille. And Lille is a pretty cool stadium, actually, if you see it. It's like pretty futuristic. There's a closing roof, and there's a pitch. The pitch kind of does this electric thing where half of it lifts up and goes over the other half and falls away, which is
amazing,
pretty special.
Jesus!
So I'm sure that they. I don't know why one is so much better than all the others, but I suppose it's because it's a football club, isn't it? And Lille's a quite big football club. The next name is Lyon. Also quite a big stadium. It was built. It's supposed to be built in 2007. But following a lot of legal battle in France, it actually didn't get started. The construction didn't get started until 2013. So
Jesus.
They just got it done just in time.
Oh my god!
But I suppose we've had similar things in England, particularly in London. Clubs struggling to find a new home, and Lyon had the same thing. Yeah. So we've had that with Arsenal, West Ham, and Tottenham in London. The next stadium is Toulouse. And it's the smallest in the country, and I think Russia are playing there next, which should be quite interesting because there'll be quite a lot of Russians, I would imagine. And it's known as the Mini Wembley.
The Mini Wembley?
The Mini Wembley, for reasons that I don't know, because I looked at it, it didn't really look like Wembley. I think they just...
Is it like old Wembley? Has it got towers or anything like that?
It just looks like a stadium.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know where they're playing.
Fuck off, France. Get your own name.
Next, we've got Marseille, which is now a barren wasteland following England, Russia. No interesting facts about that, apart from the fact that they need to probably build a new stadium. Then you've got the Stade de France and the Parc des Princes in Paris, and you've got Saint-Étienne, and these three ones again. I didn't have any fun things about them. I think the things about them, the facts about them were just kind of, that's quite good. That's what a well thought out idea.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, well done. So that's the guide to the venues. England played in Marseille. I think the next game is, if I check my Wallchart, which doesn't tell me. That's useful. I don't know when the next game is then.
Oh, that is, again, another example of slipping BBC standards, isn't it? They can't even get a Wallchart right for a child.
But I know that I think Toulouse is involved either in England or Russia's next game, but that could be interesting. But yeah, so those are the venues, and that's our Euro 2016, the World Cup of Europe pull out. To pull it out.